Pain is your friend, and it's very important that you know why. We normally label pain as wrong, bad, or just not what we prefer because of how it feels. But I want you to know that pain is not after you, and pain is not out to get you. Pain is an example of what you've been choosing. There are so many types of pain that we go through as God experience in life as human beings. But the thing about pain that I've recognized is that pain is your friend when you know how to keep it. So I want to talk to you guys about two types of pain that everybody's experiencing right now, but it's up to you which one you continue to experience. Number one, you have the pain of growth, okay? And then number two, you have the pain of decay. Now let me explain. The pain of growth shows up in a space like going to exercise. And you going to exercise at the gym, you're putting in effort, time, energy, strain on your body, right? And it doesn't feel pleasurable, right? But afterwards, the result from the activities that you practice, they give you a finer definition of your physical vessel. They give you more structured muscles. They give you a more toned body. You feel me? So even though the process is not tasteful or it may not be pleasing, you know what I'm saying, to do this last rep with all of your strength, what you're doing is creating something powerful for you in the future of this now. What it's doing is creating a better outcome for you in this right now moment. And this is equivalent to discipline. It may not feel good, but it does you a great good. And then on the other side, you have the pain of decay, right? And basically this is when you don't exercise your body, when you don't move your body, your joints have something to say about it. It's called arthritis. It's called creaky and achy ankles and achy knees and a needing to be stretched lower back. You feel me? Because if you don't embrace pain through forms of growth, then you experience pain through ways of decay. Now, why would this be so important? This is important because so many people today are avoiding areas in their lives that are difficult, that are challenging, because it feels unfamiliar and it's not comfortable. But the secret in the awareness is recognizing that you are creating way more pain for you in the process of avoidance and ignorance than in the process of walking towards what's difficult. I'll give you a practical example. A man and his wife are having a conversation and it turns into a heated debate. Then it turns into an argument. Then it turns into silence, right? They can easily come together and rectify this and balance this out. But people got a big ass ego. So they think that they can do it another time, later. So now 7 days later, guess what? Now somebody's got a stank nose and the person feels like it's not fair. I don't want to do this anymore. This, that. But all they needed to do was have an easy conversation. But it's hard conversation. So we have to learn how to make hard easy for ourselves. Otherwise, we're going to avoid things and it's going to have a harder time to deal with later. So for example, they didn't have the conversation at the same day. They decided to wait, trying to push it off, put a fake smile on. Yes, I'm okay. I'm fine. All this fake shit. Now it pops up again on Thursday and it happened on Monday or whatever earlier the week. And then they're saying, oh, well, on Wednesday you didn't do this for me. And on Tuesday you were always saying this. And then why? Because so much time has built up. Now the pain is even more than it was to begin with. I know you guys are capturing this. Let me give you one last analogy because I need you to make sure to take this home. When you don't do what is easy, when it's easy, it becomes hard to do what was once easy. Hear this really good in your spirit because the Lord is channeling me to do this. I don't remember what I said, but you want to do stuff easy when it's easy or else it gets harder. Take this in. Thanksgiving. You guys know what people like to do. Grill up those turkeys and all this type of stuff, right? So imagine that this was Turkey Day and everybody had their Thanksgiving stuffing and all this type of stuff, right? And we finished the meal and, we was able to celebrate and drink and everything, right? Now, because we drank so much, we didn't feel like doing the dishes. So we put in the turkey baster, we put in the turkey pan, you know what I'm saying? The meatloaf pan and all this stuff. We just dropped everything in the sink. All of our plates and everything, we just dropped everything in the sink. Now, anybody knows who's been cleaning up after Thanksgiving, you guys know them turkey pans require elbows to get them back to clean, okay? And so guess what happens? If we don't choose to wash the dishes on the same night, tomorrow, the dishes are going to be more grease stained. Basically, the grease is going to dry up and the grease is going to be harder to come out and the mashed potato is going to be stuck to the perimeter. You guys know. So let's say we don't wash the dishes. It's been 2 days now. How much more time do you think you can leave these dishes in there until it becomes the ice age, stuck and frozen in there? By the time you're ready to clean these dishes, you need boiling hot water. You may need to call the fire department. You may need a wool sponge. You feel me? You may need a steel sponge. You guys know. You got to get that Dove soap. You got to boil that water and let that shit sit in there for a little bit and then put them elbows in there to get it clean. Why? Because instead of cleaning it the same first day, where it's going to be a lot easier, you waited and waited and waited and waited, decay. And then you decided to clean the plates and the dishes and the bowls and all these things. And all the time that has spent has just made the work harder than it would have been. We create for ourselves more pain because we don't want to face the pain. So we choose to delay facing the pain until the time in which we can no longer delay in facing the pain. Now we have to face the pain with all the time of the delay, which makes it a different work, and it's more work anyway. So my brother, my sister, if you're receiving this message today, I want you to know that you are stronger than pain. I want you to know that. Drop in the comments, I embrace pain. But I don't want you to embrace pain from the idea that you're supposed to be going through challenges and trials and problems and all these things just because you want to embrace it. No, I'm just saying that you are so powerful in the nature of Christ, in which God has created himself and herself as you, that nothing is truly too strong or too powerful or too hard or too big for the Lord. He lives at your house. He lives with you, just as I am. And so if you're one with him, how is anything going to be too hard? How is this conversation going to be too hard? How is this simple fact that we've been arguing going to be too hard? How is the simple fact that we're not on the same page going to be too hard? It can't be too hard because we're so willing to find the solution now and not wait. So I want you to embrace the pain of growth versus waiting to experience the pain of decay. You cannot escape pain, so you might as well meet it and stare at it in the face. That's your message from your bro Gademshe, and I love you so much. I am a spiritual life coach helping individuals receive their higher self and walk into the nature of God's holy presence in their hearts, souls, minds, and consciousness. So if you like this kind of content, hit the follow button. If you'd like to get me as your mentor one-on-one, I have some slots available for this month. Go ahead, find the links in the profile, Linktree, book me, and let's heal and stay healed. I love you, gang.